So our next speaker has worked as principal, consultant and head, fraud management and digital forensics, enterprise security and risk management group of TCS for more than 3 years. Currently, he is the executive director of PwC. Inviting him upon the stage, Krishna Shastri Pendyala.
So good afternoon, everyone. I think, what is the time? 45 minutes, Mr. Ganeshan? 30 minutes. Oh, good. So let me go here the first one because we don't have much time to discuss about. So the topic that was given as digital forensics. But the word digital forensics is interwoven with the word incident response, and which is completely the part of the cyber security. That's why I kept the name as incident response and digital forensics, an integral part of cyber security. The point one is very clear. The views expressed are purely mine. Neither my PwC, nor the government of India, or the Interpol, they are nowhere responsible for this. And if anyone repeats what I explained here and harms your organization, I am not responsible for it. Because I am going to discuss about some of the cases. So before I go for my actual session, let me go here exactly some of the case studies I am going to discuss about. Then I will discuss about exactly why the digital forensics is gaining very, very good popularity, because the cyber security policy and the strategy itself is getting changed. And is digital forensics is a reactive, or is it a proactive, or is it a predictive? The whole world is moving, remember, to the way proactive to predictive, but in India still feeling the digital forensic is a reactive. And some of the challenges and the closing thoughts. So let me go here one by one. Some of the cases you will understand it. Everyone have the ATM cards with you. You will go to ATM center, put the card, put the pin and come out. But I want to ask you one question here. You might have seen two varieties of the ATMs. So one variety of the ATM is going to ask you pin in the beginning. Then finally the amount, etc. The second ATM is going to ask you to give the pin in the last. Yes or no? So which ATM is better? See, I hate remember objective questions, because for every question you are giving an answer, you should know the reason why it is. Okay. But what is the answer I hate about it is, people said the last pin is better, that's what they said. So let me tell you here one scenario, you will understand it. How in India people are become very, very clever nowadays. It was 2013 security incident or a crime, let me tell you. In 1990s, when we were a part of the Indian police, there was a big case we investigated called Bian Singh murder. Have you heard about it? In the Bian Singh murder case, the issue is where the bomb was kept. So anytime a blast happens, the police will go after 5 hours or 4 hours. They will carry along with them a very, very big equipment called as thermal camera. By using thermal camera, they will take the entire photograph, remember, of the scene of the crime. So wherever the blast happens, the heat generated will be more. So that area will come as a bright spot. So here it is a 3000 degrees, here 2900, 2800, like that temperature gradient will be maintained. By using thermal camera, wherever heat is more, that will come as a bright light and people will identify the exact place where the bomb was kept. That equipment was 4 crores of rupees at that time in 1990. Today it is a free app available in our mobile phones. If you are having, remember, an iPhone with you or iPad, in that there is one application called Photo Booth available. In the Photo Booth there are 4 or 5 multiple sub-applications are available, and one application is converting your color photograph into black and white or X-ray or a kaleidoscope, and one is called thermal camera. Using that thermal camera, if you take your photograph on a normal day and a day when you got the fever, you will see the day on which you got the fever, all these points will appear as a very bright and you looks more beautiful to your wife. Now, why can't we use the same thing? I think my friend Vital Rao went to an ATM machine, did the ATM transactions and came out. I'm a person who is standing outside, but I'm a fraudster. But I'm following the rules perfectly because only one man is allowed, two are not allowed inside the ATM booth. Vital Rao came out. After Vital Rao came out, remember, I went inside, the air condition inside was 18 degrees. I entered before 3 minutes when he left it. I used my photo booth application thermal camera and I just took the photograph of the keyboard. When I took the photograph of the keyboard, I know for the 4 buttons which my friend has really pressed it. So this is how people are getting the PIN numbers, etc. So now you can get the answer. Having PIN number in the first itself is better rather than having PIN number in the last. Because if you are having PIN number in the first, afterwards you are going to press a lot of buttons. That's why if somebody takes the photograph also, he'll get confused. Which one is the actual PIN number? Second point is, you might have seen 2 varieties of the, remember, ATM keypads. One is the metal, another is the plastic. Is the plastic, remember, is better or the metal one is better? Simple. Yes? Why? Right. Today our stars are not good. Metal is better because metal dissipates the heat at a faster rate compared to the plastic one. So always the 2 lessons you have learned out of this is very simple. Go to an ATM machine which is asking for the PIN number first and the one having the metallic buttons rather than the plastic buttons. Right. So we'll go for one more, then you will understand exactly what is the meaning of digital forensics. Because I want to remove the apprehension digital forensic means making a copy of the drive and bring some data out of it. Unfortunately, that's what was available in many of the books of starting from ISACA manuals to everywhere. Make a copy of the drive, take out the data, what is required. That's I would like to call a chartered accountant forensic investigations, not the actual digital forensic investigations. So this case we did way back in the year 2007 for one of the Indian states called Bihar. So the outcome of this case is in Bihar also cyber crimes are happening it. What is this case is very simple. The state is having a class 10 board. Students will write the examination which is a subjective paper and all the papers will be valued manually and the papers will be sent to the board headquarters. A Babu will sit before a computer system, enters the name of the student, roll number, how many marks he got in each subject and press the word enter, the mark sheet will come out. So complete software package has been developed by a Calcutta based company. And the board started using this software in the year 2006 to 2008. When they used it 2006 and 2007, 2 academic years, they found a surprising result. The surprising result is, till 2006, the topper of that state board is from government management schools. But in 2006 and 7, the topper is from the private management schools. And no government student has got 100 out of 100 in any of the subjects. It is a very common practice from 1980 onwards, I don't know how many of you aware. Anytime class 10 board results comes, in the newspaper there is one article, how government schools are doing and how private schools are doing. Do you agree? To show very good statistics to government teachers have encouraged the students of that state to write the examination open book form. The teachers have dictated the answers and the students were asked to write on the back side of the answer script the letter G. So at the time of valuation, teachers have identified this as a government paper and they awarded 100 out of 100. But no government student has got 100 marks in the mark sheet. So teachers have got the doubt and they filed a case and finally CBI has investigated the case. So what happened in this case is very simple. Every student roll number is a 6-digit roll number and government students roll number starts with 3 and private students roll number starts with what? 4. the private schools management has paid a good amount of money for the software developer, so the software is going to benefit only the private schools but not the government schools. What is that? For roll number which starts with 3, which is a government student, greater than 68, less than or equal to 100, deduct 9 marks. So any student who is in the range of 68 to 100, 9 into 6, 54 marks has been deducted in all the 6 subjects. For roll number which starts with 4, which is a private student, greater than 68, less than or equal to 92, add 8 marks. So that was a simple software manipulation has done. If you assume, remember, these are the only people or only students on that state has got victimized. This is almost every day a new type of fraud is happening in this country. And many mobile operators are having a billing software. In the billing software, they have written the program. Every month, what are all the calls you have made it, the software will pick up the 4 telephone numbers for which you are making the calls frequently, and that numbers are shown repeatedly in your statement. The fraud is very little, 1,65,000 crores per annum by the all mobile operators in this country. So what we are supposed to do analysis is here. It is not the files that are available making a copy of the drive. Taking that application and identifying what was the bug that was really present inside that application. I will come for that later, what is the different names for various steps of digital forensics. It is a case of washing machine. We did it way back in 2008. South Korea, one washing machine company has given an advertisement, purchased from October 1st to October 30th. 66,000 washing machines were sold by the washing machine company. The day you are purchasing the washing machine, the shopkeeper is going to enter here in the LCD panel the date of purchase. So the clock inside is going to work from the date of purchase. So I purchased on October 1st, my Vitaldra purchased on October 2nd, etc., etc. So nearly 66,000 washing machines sold by the washing machine company. So they are given a guarantee of exact 3 years. Anything happens in 3 years, they are going to completely replace it. But what they found is, 3 years, 12 days from the date of purchase, all the 66,000 washing machines stopped functioning it. One of the fellow has filed a complaint why it has really happened. The washing machine company inside the chip has written a program. From the date they enter, it is supposed to function only 1098 days. Afterwards, the chip will not function. So that was the reason why, remember, all the washing machines stopped functioning. And this is popularly called embedded crimes. Where a pre-programmable chips are available, what was the code that was really present behind that code, no one knows about it. So that has really led to a new type of fraud. Now I will come for later how the defense equipment we are facing the problem. Some of the aircrafts, remember, after they enter into a particular latitude and longitude of a particular place or a country, the fuel injection system is getting stopped and the aircrafts are falling. I don't know how many of you read it because I can't disclose more than that. And this is something called as embedded crimes or embedded forensics. Hope you might have heard about the running issue that is happening is I'm having an electronic voting machine. If I write a code, remember, inside so that it is going to favor someone, it is practically possible. I'm having an Aadhaar card camera, remember, which is taking my iris scanner, but inside the camera I'm having a program which is sending some part of the data also to the servers of NSA, nobody knows about it. So where a pre-programs, etc. are available, what was the exact code written, nobody knows about it. So now today, to what extent it is here really happening it? Today, if you are interested, just you can go to purchase Johnson & Johnson insulin pump. And November 2017 onwards, if you purchase a Johnson & Johnson insulin pump, extra precaution has been written. This pump is hackable, and if somebody can hack it, it can push more amount of insulin into your body than required, and we are not responsible for it. Now let us see what is the other things that are really happening it. So this is our case is very simple. In a US based call center available in Bangalore. And one of the call center employee has stolen the credit card numbers and PIN numbers of some of the American clients. So immediately it has become a very big issue. He is outsourcing data to a country like India. Is safe enough or not? Because India don't have anything called as a proper data security laws. A finally case has been registered. Police went. They started analyzing the hard drive where the data is supposed to be present. And that's ISO 27001 because we know it's ISO 27001 is a big joke, I can say, because somebody will come with a tie and a shoes and yes, remember you are having password policy, tick mark, and give your 27001 certified. Do you agree? Right. Now, why I have brought it to your notice is here, that company has taken all the best information security practices, but in that hard drive, more than 41 Karnataka music songs are available. So when they have taken all best security practices, how can this Karnataka music song is really available inside the suspected system? Now this is the Karnataka music song that is really available inside the computer system, which is from a movie called as Shankarabharanam. I don't know here that you are having audio or not. Okay. Right. Okay, now let me see. The same audio song called Indian Classical, we have tried to open it because 41 Karnataka audio songs are available. You can leave it, no issue. When I try to open this audio song, remember, Indian Classical, it asked me to enter the password. Almost for any forensic investigations, cracking the password is a bread and butter. Generally, we come across 8-character alphanumeric uppercase, lowercase combination passwords. We will do it in the span of 2 to 3 minutes. Why I am mentioning it, I will explain later. Then I got here as a video. I saved this video in the name of some Vittal, and I closed the same thing. To my surprise, all these 41 Karnataka audio songs are having the videos of how to prepare the rocket launcher, how to convert our mobile phone into explosive. And you might have heard about this technology is popularly called as what? Steganography, the art of hiding one file behind another file. Many of you are having the latest Hindi songs on your mobile phone and you might have downloaded somewhere from .pk. You will agree? So that is only for you. .pk stands for Pakistan, but for the law enforcement agencies of this country, is it really audio or behind audio or another video was present? No one knows about it. Recently, in one of the suspected computer system, we come across really the 41 Karnataka, 35 photograph of CM Aishwarya Rai. I am also a lover of Aishwarya Rai, but remember, I never tried to keep the same photograph of Aishwarya Rai, hello 1, hello 2, hello 3 like that. But when we try to open the same photograph of Aishwarya Rai, here it is. We found inside the black money details, the bank accounts where this gentleman has kept it. So today you don't require to have, remember, yes, Aishwarya Rai photograph if you want to really hide some amount of data in the computer system. If I am working in my PwC, just PwC logo itself is sufficient for me to hide a huge amount of data. Now this is popularly called as steganography. Now let us see what is other things that is happening here. Today people say that we got a data privacy bill and all that. This is all the biggest bullshit. The reason for this is even the Cambridge Analytica, what has recently revealed is something, but 2006 onwards my colleagues know, I told you, I can't disclose certain things. Who is working at what locations, what place, everyone knows about it. For example, let me tell you one case, you will understand what is really happening here. So today people will come. You have opened a Facebook account of ISACA Hyderabad saying that these are the people who attended, these are the people, etc. attended for the program, some photographs taking lunch, some photographs when listening the session, etc. Assume this is the photograph. Okay, this is my camera, my mobile phone. Vitalla has come to Hyderabad, so we want a snap of here. Myself and Vitalla have taken, remember, a photograph. I am not so loud today. The reason is I am down for the last 7 days with the dengue. This is the 8th day I am running with fever, right? Let us see that how much I can do with my justice. But this photograph, remember, he posted on the Facebook. So everyone will see, and for every 10 minutes, myself and Vitalla will see how many likes, how many comments we got it. But what the law enforcement is going to look at is quite different. If this is my mobile phone by which myself and my another friend Bharani has taken the photograph. So what you are seeing photograph is called data, and behind that photograph some 32 varieties of the data is available, including the camera, model number, make number, serial number, lens manufacturer, shutter speed, latitude, longitude, where that photograph was taken. Even if you shut down that, remember the geolocation on. For example, you take this photograph, I just dragged it and dropped it here, and I waited for hardly 1 second. This much amount of information is available with every photograph. Where this is used, what for this is used? Let us see here it is, how police are using it. See, there is a Calcutta-based travel TV reporter. He traveled 4 days with the entire Naxal team, had lunch and dinners with them. And finally, there was a flashing news in the TV saying that my reporter has traveled 4 days with the Naxal team. He did interviewing of all the people there. So tomorrow morning he is reaching Calcutta at 6 o'clock, and 8 o'clock we are going to have a live discussion with him. So 6 o'clock he landed in Calcutta. 8 o'clock program was supposed to start. At 7 o'clock there is a flash news saying the central committee members and the Naxal team of 130 people has been arrested by the police. How it is? When he landed at Calcutta at morning 6 o'clock, we took his mobile phone, where 850 photographs he has taken with the entire Naxal team, we got it. Every Naxal has covered the face. We are not interested in seeing their face also, nothing can gain out of that. But all the 850 photographs, we dragged it and dropped it. So we got 850. The time when the photograph was taken, the latitude and longitudes. I created a simple Excel sheet. That Excel sheet, column 1 is nothing but the time, hours, minutes, seconds. Second column is nothing but the latitude. Third is longitude. And the rows are 860. All that we kept it on the Google map. We got the route in which the Naxal team is traveling. With a plus or minus accuracy of 100 meters, we are able to find out where the Naxal team was present. So today what really you are posting on the Facebook, all this data will be taken by what? Someone else. So I can't tell you who is that someone else. But please understand it that someone is also in India, right? Please understand it. So 2006 onwards, some agencies in India are also monitoring. Exactly remember where you are moving, what you are moving, what type of activities you are performing. Your Gmail, Yahoo, ready for 24/7 continuously monitored. The next is we are also studying based on the psychology of the persons. Okay, I opened a Facebook account and I posted various guns, various crime stories because I am very much interested on that. AK-47 photographs, some photographs are related to different guns, grenades and all because I like the crime stories. So TV9, remember Sony channel, all I posted. How wife killed the husband and all that. And Bharani is a highly religious man. He put only Tirupati temple, Kashi temple and all different temples. When both of us went for visa for US Embassy, and for me it got rejected, for him it has approved. Based on the content you are posting on the Facebook, the psychology of the people are getting studied and the profiling has been done already. Please remember, even including in India. So anytime remember, whether any algorithm I have developed, is it perfectly tested or not, giving a beautiful result or not. Like my friend Cambridge Analytica is a very good model, right? I hope you might have heard about what is said. I don't know how much aware. You might have, once you started looking at the Facebook, there are certain things are going to be available. To what type of character you belongs to Bahubali, please log in with Facebook account. Have you seen it? I don't know how many have seen it. How you are going to be appear in the next 20 years and how you are going to appear after 50 years, just click login. Have you seen it? All these are nothing but developed by the law enforcement agencies, and they are pushing into that and they are creating the data bank of the people. So, okay, somebody says, I am the man having with a French bird like this, like you might have seen it. After 30 years, I will have some, remember, all these places, the wrinkles, etc. To test the algorithms are really working or not, remember, these types of apps, they are all pushing into that. So, if you want to study psychology of the people, if you want to know what type of behavior they are having, etc., I want a tested algorithms. For that, the test beds are again nothing but the Facebook accounts of all of you.
So please never try to log in there. If you log in there, that you are giving a very good, remember, you are helping us. Us means think about who it is, to understand it exactly what really you are doing it. And tax evasion, the pattern of spending, I don't know, from the last 3-4 years, the beautiful way you are identifying it. Anybody who goes to a foreign country has to pay tax compulsorily. Hope you are aware about it. So income tax department for the last 4 years, they are really working on, remember, on Facebook, who has posted the photograph that I traveled to a foreign country with my family for summer. So they are verifying whether that fellow has really paid that tax or not, and they are issuing the notices based on that. So the reason is here, if you look at it, yes, 90% of the investigations are all really happening from the internet level itself. Please remember, that is where the forensics is starting it. Now, what is the other things that are really happening it? Very simple. For the last 6 months, I can say more than 70 to 80 crores of rupees the various banks have lost. How it is? I went to Amazon.com. So once I went to Amazon.com, I ordered a shirt of something around 2,000 rupees. Then immediately yes, pay, add to cart, then I pay. So I selected something, a payment aggregator. Let us take the payment aggregator is nothing but what? PayU. I'm just giving the names, maybe something else also. So I selected that payment gateway, payment aggregator. From payment aggregator, hope many of you are aware, it will go to payment what? Gateway. From there it will go to NPCA gateway. Then afterwards it will go to, remember, the bank switch, from there to the core banking solution. This is the actual modus operandi, how it's going to happen. So I selected my shirt, I went for payment, 2,000 rupees. So then it is going to ask me, give my credit card number, CVV number, date of expiry, but I can't change what? The amount. Hope you know that amount portion cannot be what? Changed. But at that time on the system, start running a software which is free called Burfsuit. If you run a Burfsuit on your software, you can see the back side of the page and you can make that 2,000 into 2 rupees. So from the bank account only 2 rupees will get deducted. From the bank the reply will come as successful and go to the Amazon. So Amazon is going to give the shirt of 2,000 rupees. From the bank account only 2 rupees will be get deducted. And it is so rampant similar to that. Today if you are interested, you can go to YouTube. You know, they know very well about in India, nobody believes something if we say proof of concept. So you can go to, remember, YouTube and type SBI loot, Paytm loot, right? You will have very good, beautiful videos, how to fool, remember, and how to make these transactions. And this is popularly called web parameter tampering. The reason is, from the merchant website to bank website to payment website, the data is supposed to be transferred in encrypted form. But 96% of the merchants are going to send the data and only in the plain text form. So it is sent in the plain text form, people can able to manipulate on the back end. The quantities they are manipulating it, the amounts they are manipulating, accounts they are manipulating it. And unsuccessful transaction, the symbol is going to be, the status code is going to be 1. For successful, it is 0. So in the back end, if unsuccessful is equal to 1, make that 1 as what? 0. It becomes a successful transaction. It has become so rampant, people are dropping the money into Paytms, people are dropping into Kotak 811 accounts, etc. today. A huge amount of money is getting swollen. That's why I said that more than 60 to 70 lakhs of rupees many banks have lost very recently. The next one, if you look at it, is how the attacks are really happening, you can think of in another way. Last year we remember, on August 7th, one nationalized bank has got a report saying that, yes, your bank 17 servers has been compromised. So Government of India has sent a warning note to one of the nationalized banks saying that 17 of our servers got compromised. But on forensic analysis, we came to know the attacker was present from 2016 January onwards. From 2016 January onwards, the attacker was present. And we gave the bank nearly 20,000 IPs from where the attacks have really come. And we don't want to further dig it, remember. And simply once we gave the 20,000 IPs to bank and we asked him only one thing. By looking at all these IPs, tell me when this first IP has really hit you. The answer we got it is, sir, all the 20,000 IPs which are given, nothing is available in any of our logs. we are also shocked. When on one side we are telling the attack has come and the systems got compromised, and today this gentleman says that there was nowhere, remember, these IP addresses were found. The reason is very simple. Any firewalls, remember, we know the locks, they are going to capture it. But what the bank is doing is very simple. They capture only, remember, denied IP addresses, but they never capture the allowed IP addresses. But attacker has penetrated inside up to the database server. So web server, application server finally landed in the database server. So has already finally landed in the database server, means is he allowed or is he denied? Allowed. So many problems we are seeing it many places. Banks, etc., they don't know exactly what type of locks are supposed to be captured. They say, sir, this firewall belongs to this vendor, this belongs to this vendor. They have only list of the vendors. They don't know what is really doing it, what type of activities performing. They have no idea about it. 26,000 of one of the nationalized bank computer systems are mining the bitcoins. It is a very unfortunate thing in this country. The reason is very simple. In 1990s, when computers started in the bank, they are having 128 MB RAM. When they are having 128 MB RAM, please understand it, at that time they used to open PDF file, Word file and document, remember Excel file. When today banks also open Word documents, same document, same Word, same PDF, same Excel, but for fashion the RAM is how much? 8 GB minimum. When you are not utilizing it, let others be utilized. That is the concept of the bankers that is really happening here. Because if you are having a 128 MB RAM, remember, that is available. When you are having 128 MB RAM that is available, please understand this point. If somebody is utilizing that RAM, your system will slow, then you will understand somebody was penetrated. Do you agree? How can you identify a virus is running the system is if your processing speed comes down. But now today no banker is experiencing this or no organization really experience. The reason is the RAM size has become bigger, but they are using the same to open it. Even if somebody is utilizing their computer processing, they are not in a position to identify it. That is the biggest problem. And second is the Bitcoin miners are very, very clever. Please understand it. Bitcoin mining softwares are genuine softwares. So antiviruses cannot detect it. That's the point number one, you should know it. Second, anytime if an unauthorized application is running on our system, if the system becomes slow, you will go to task manager and will identify which is utilizing more and you will try to kill it. But Bitcoin miners are very beautiful fellows. The second, if you go to task manager, the Bitcoin miner software will stop. The second you close the task manager, again it is going to start working. So, anyhow, I don't know. If you want to say, okay, since it is not useful for me, let somebody else will use my computer system, you can use it. But the point I am observing is almost 60 to 70% of the computer systems I have seen in the last 4 or 5 months. I found it starting from household computer system to that of the organization computer systems. And they are all really running the Bitcoin mining softwares. The second point is the Bitcoin mining, I don't require to install the exe file in all the machines. In a LAN network of some 60,000, if in a single machine, if I install, remember, it is going to spread in all because it is going to again use the same SMB vulnerability. So please understand it. SMB cannot be stopped because in an organization file sharing is going to happen like anything. Please understand this point. So that is really what is happening in these cases. So many organizations, the Bitcoin mining is happening on the computer systems. In this case, what it is, the attacker has identified the vulnerability, enter the computer system, scan the whole network. The reason is, many organizations we have found only one point. They are having some application. The vendor is going to sit somewhere from the Chennai and give the support. Because only here who is available is L1 and L2, L3 will be somewhere else. Anytime the Chennai fellow wants to do something on this application, so what they are going to have is something. They will open RDP 3389 port. Once a remote desk protocol is opened, remember, the attacker can also access it. He is doing the brute force and getting the administrative credentials. Using administrative credentials, creating an extra accounts on the suspected system or the organization's network server, compromising the whole network and taking a huge amount of data. So that is what is really happening in the case of, remember, many organizations. And vendor risks also, we have seen it many places, the employees will leave the organization, but his passwords, etc. are not getting disabled. X company is providing the services for them. Now there is a Y company is coming, there is no proper KT session is happening. Even why people are onboarded company of remember also, so they are going to call the X company to get the clarifications. So what the previous world vendors are doing is still they are creating the extra routes, they will enter the system and they are trying to crash it is another point. So just give me the last 3-4 minutes, right? And what the other thing is, when demonetization was implemented and people are worrying about for 2000 rupees, before that a lot of bank managers used to call me, but at that time when I called them, they are not even lifted the call. But there are certain good people available in, remember, Bihar, Orissa and other places. They have a pen drive with them. They carry the pen drive, go to ATM machine, they inserted that pen drive. The ATM machine will shut down and again reboots. Then it is going to ask the 4-digit PIN number he is having, he will enter. A QR code will get generated on the monitor. And through his mobile, he is trying to scan the QR code, another PIN number will get generated. So he is supposed to enter that PIN number. Then keep the gunny bag at the dispenser. All the 20 lakhs available in the cash dispenser will come to the gunny bag. And this is popularly called ATM jackpotting or cash spitting. It is available for $256 on the dark web. So if you pay $256 in the dark web, we are going to get 2 executable files and 1 PIN number. One executable file you take it into pen drive, another executable into your mobile phone. Then carry that pen drive and connect to, remember, ATM machine CPU. Then system will shut down and again reboots. Then whatever PIN number you are having, enter it. Then QR code will get generated. The second EXE which was available in the mobile phone, by using that scan the QR code, so you are going to get the second PIN number. Just by entering that second PIN number, all the money that is available in the cash dispenser will come out. Please understand, this has become so popular and rampant. Still as on date, these are all happening. How can 20 lakhs are getting disappeared? How can 50 lakhs are disappearing, etc.? The big problem is happening because this cash spitting or jackpotting malwares are available at different locations. And it can be done also remotely. So even if Barani sits somewhere in Sultan Bazar, remember areas, Andhra Bank ATM machine, by sitting somewhere Banjara Hills, I can able to say, okay, he is reaching at 10:15. So I can see that 10:15 the money will come out of that ATM machine. Please understand, remotely is also possible. Right. Several organizations have seen asset management is one of the important concepts of ISO 27001. They will give a very good number for the keyboard, monitors and all that. I hope you might have seen that. HYD, Andhra Bank, headquarters, etc., etc. Nobody is going to check the wires that was connected on the backside of your CPU. So this is our remember, keyboard connected on the backside of CPU. A small 800 rupees wire is available. Connect this wire on one side to CPU and one side to the keyboard. Anything you are going to type it in the keyboard, the data will get stored here. So suppose my boss is writing my annual confidential report tomorrow. So I can go to his room and connect this wire, and after 3 days, if I can get this wire, I know that what he has written about my performance, good or bad or average, etc. Second is, yes, lot of websites that are available and you can open it in your what? The organizations. For example, this is the one. Info Encrypt is one website where it is. Just you can go and type it, remember here. Because people say that I have implemented DLP. I am protecting my staff so that they will not leak any information, etc. So I don't know how many of you aware, DLPs, many DLPs are not going to work in the safe boot. So shut down the system and make the system to go to safe boot. If the system go to safe mode, my DLP will not work unless you are having the latest versions. Or the second one is Info Encrypt is one such website. Type the content here, give the password and press the word encrypt. So encrypted message you can get it. So nobody can detect what really it contains. Similarly, Prevonote.com it is, because all these websites were open in every organization. I tested 99.9% of the organizations' computer systems are open for these websites. Right? And what is the greatness of this Prevonote is maximum time, if you can also set how much time your mail should present. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So within 2 minutes, the other party will open, read the content it. So unless these websites were not perfectly blocked in your organization, anybody can transfer the data from your organization to outside, impossible to detect it. So this is what our cyber security life cycle, if you look at is, I think, let me skip all this. Yes, people talk about only the top 10 attacks. But for top 10 attacks or top 10, remember, security incidents to happen in, There are top 10 vulnerabilities or the top 10 reasons are available. Any one of the 10 are the responsible for any type of security incident that will happen in an organization. So this is what the current threat scenario, if you look at, is. Earlier what people used to have good to have has been changed to must have. Please understand that is the real trend that we observed it. And the cost of investigations, cost of breaches, right, the downtime all become very high. That was the real big problem we are facing it. That's why what I would like to say, the last slide is very simple. Earlier cyber security strategy is this. Assess what are the various risk organizations having it. Design a security policy, framework, etc. Deploy the proper tools and all that. Manage it 24/7, monitor it, look at it. At the end of the day, cyber security incident is going to happen. So you should have something called incident response and what? Forensics. So this is the actual cyber security strategy earlier people used to follow. And the least importance was given for this because they thought, I am taking a lot of protection, nothing is going to happen. So earlier cyber security strategy is protect, detect and what? Respond. Implement an antivirus. If any virus attacks to them, detect it, and based on the lessons, you go for response mechanism and all that. But this is no longer is going to valid for it. Why today is not going to valid it? Because the cyber security strategy people realize 100% cyber security is a myth, it can never be a reality. Take it granted. That's why I say that compared to a XYZ company who sells an antivirus saying that you are 100% safe, a Dettol company fellow is selling better. Because Dettol you might have seen, you rub it and still one insect will remain. I don't know how many have seen it. Because 100% cyber security is a myth, it can never be reality. That's why the new cyber security strategy has been changed. So let me tell you in a common parlance. In 2009 when swine flu hit the country, you might have seen the Government of India advertisement. What the advertisement is? Wash your hands before lunch or dinners. Don't touch the person having fevers. Have you seen it? When 2013 the advertisement, I don't know how many have seen it. The 2013 swine flu advertisement is, if you are having a rash in your body, 105 degrees temperature, running nose, immediately contact the doctor. Tell me what is the difference of these advertisements, or is it same? Exactly. The first one, if you look at, is the 2009 advertisement is how to protect. Yes, even if you have taken all protection, still the swine flu started spreading. So government realized, instead of remember yes, asking the people for protection, first you identify yourself, how fast you can able to detect it. Based on that, what response mechanism you should have, what type of medicines you should take it to protect yourself. That's why the earlier cyber security strategy of protect, detect, respond is no longer valid. The new cyber security strategy is detect at a faster rate, respond to that, and based on that go for our what? Protection. And that is where the forensic is going to, because you want to detect at a faster, you want to respond faster. Remember what type of malware it is behavior, what type of static behavior, what type of dynamic behavior, what is the command and control server, where it is getting connected. So you should have a very good something called as what? Forensic capability. So unless you have a proper, remember, incident response and forensics, practically today's cyber security is not going to what? Work. So thank you very much. May another 20-25 hours.